Hi, guys. Okay, so this is a really quick analogy of our life. When we try to do things in our own strength, it gets really messy, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. It gets nasty. And not only do we still remain dirty, but everything around us still remains dirty because we're trying to do it in our own strength. But what you're about to see next is that vessel right there that's still filled with a little bit of that salsa stuff. You're going to see in just a few minutes the water faucet turn on. Now, that water faucet is going to represent the presence of God that is continuous. He never stops, His presence never stops. It's us removing ourselves from the awareness that He is there at all times. So here we go. Here is the water, the living water of God. And we start praising Him in the midst of circumstances, when we start praying Him in the midst of addiction, when we start praising Him in the midst of hardship and difficulty, when we start praising Him in the midst of hurt and offense, all of a sudden, we begin to line ourselves up under His presence and watch what happens. There's an overflow that begins. And this overflow is where you're being cleansed. I'm being cleansed from the inside out. It isn't about our behavior changing first. It's that when we get into His presence, our behavior just wants to change. And what's so beautiful is look what's happening at this very moment as you see your life being just right aligned with the power of God. What does that power come from? From His presence. And in His presence, there's fullness of joy. And what does He do? He inhabits the praises of His people. So today, on this Motivational Monday, may you be blessed and may you realize that it is not your efforts, but it's only by His grace. And with His grace, it is by faith that we're able to receive. And with that faith, may we remember that life groups are not just about connecting people with others. That's a great thing. But the even better thing is that we are being arrows that point them to the Father God, the greatest connection that they can ever have.